Yo, what is going on, guys? Julian from Hoop Journey. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you don't know, DeMarcus Cousins will be returning to the Warriors lineup January 18th on Friday against the Clippers. It is an away game and he will be making his NBA debut with the new Golden State Warriors. And the Warriors have been on a roll lately. We just saw them last night kill the Denver Nuggets, the #1 team in the West. They dropped 51 points in the first quarter, and this is really impressive because Denver has the best home record in the NBA, and everybody says it's the toughest place to play just because of how high you are in the altitude. They say in the first quarter it's really hard to breathe and hard to get a grasp of air, but didn't matter for the Warriors making a statement and just demolishing the first seed. Now, a lot of people are doubting Boogie Cousins and saying that he won't be able to be what he once was with his Achilles injury. Now, I don't believe that's true. A lot of people wanted to compare this to Kobe's injury. Yeah, they had the same exact injury, but Kobe Bryant was 34 years old, already played so many games, and already had prior injuries to that. But DeMarcus Cousins is only 28 years old. He got injured when he was 27, so he was a lot younger than Kobe. And when you are younger, your body recovers more quickly than it does when you're older. So I think DeMarcus Cousins will come back a lot smoother than people think. And he was the best center in the league prior to getting injured. Everybody had him as the #1 center. People had Joel Embiid right behind him, Karl Anthony Towns, and then obviously this season Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets has rose as potentially people saying he's the best center. Now Anthony Davis is playing the 5 this season, so if he's playing the 5, a lot of people consider him a 4, but if Anthony Davis is a center, obviously he's the best in the league, but most people consider him a power forward, even though he is running the 5 with the Pelicans. His natural position is the 4 spot. But going down back to Boogie Cousins in New Orleans last season before getting hurt, he played 48 games, and him and Anthony Davis looked like a good duo. He was averaging 25 points a game, 1.5 blocks and 1.5 steals, 5 assists, which is really good for a big man, and he was also averaging 13 rebounds per game, so putting up really good superstar numbers. And just he is one of the best passing big men and just ball handling as well, kind of like a Lamar Odom, except he is 6'11" and he is a post threat. Interior is gonna be crazy. The Warriors have never had a player like this who could just kill you one-on-one in the post, just back you down. And he's also a catch and shoot player who can hit those corner threes, those wide open threes. You're gonna have to close out on him because he can hit that 3 ball. Last season he shot 35%, which is pretty decent from the 3 for a big man. Also, he shoots really good from the field, 53% last year with the Pelicans. Was an all-star for 4 years in a row. We all know what he did at Sacramento. Even though they didn't win much, he was still just a dominant threat and made a name for himself as the best big man in the league before unfortunately going down. Now the real question is, how will Boogie Cousins fit in the Warriors system? And I think the answer is pretty easy, and I think he'll fit fine. I think anybody, really, any center will fit in this Warriors system. When you have 4 guys, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, 4 All-Stars, 4 multiple-time All-Stars, 2 superstars, Defensive Player of the Year guy. I don't think Draymond will make the All-Star team this year, but still a really good, solid player to have on your team. And I think any center will be good on the Warriors, let alone a 4-time All-Star who's an interior threat, who can just do everything for you as a big man. One of the best, if not the best, ball handlers for a big man. Now adding him to this mix, we all know this is a death lineup, and the Warriors have been looking like their old selves. They were struggling a lot when Steph Curry was out. Now they look like they got back together, and it doesn't look like there's any more beefs or problems like there was between KD and Draymond Green, even though I do think this is KD's last season with the Warriors. The real question is, how will Boogie look on Friday in his debut? And I think he's going to have a great game. Obviously, he's going to be starting with the Warriors center Damian Jones out for the rest of the season. They're short with big men, so they're going to need Boogie ASAP. He's been practicing with the G League team, just getting some runs, and the only question is his conditioning. It's going to take a while for him to get back into it, just physically and athletically wise, but The skills are all there. I don't think they went anywhere. Hopefully we're gonna have the same Boogie. This will be an incredible team to watch and potentially the greatest lineup ever. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Boogie Cousins making his Warrior debut on Friday. It's Julian from Hoop Journey, and I'm out.